Start with Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sorry.
I'll make a motion to approve today's agenda, Lance.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Nope.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We have an HVAC project update. Dustin?
Yeah, well, the drillers were delayed a week, so they're supposed to be here Monday. Otherwise we're getting down to, kind of waiting on them, and then once they get here, we'll see how it goes, and then we'll look at starting to shut the boilers down and tear those out. And start with our condensers on the inside, so.
Do you have the timeline on when we're going to close the front?
They were thinking the 31st of April.
Okay.
So that was the tentative date. I don't know if that's changed at all since then, so. 30th.
I just wanted to throw it out there so people could hear it.
And it won't, I think, it'll be initially for 3 days maybe, and then be back open. And then they'll have a few days where it might be shut down for sometimes maybe a half hour, something like that, so.
Okay.
Yep. So, but that's the tentative date for now, so.
Nope, sounds good.
Alrighty.
Thank you, Dustin.
Next is approval of minutes of 3/27/2019.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from March 27th, 2019 as presented.
I'll second. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Nope.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is approval of claims for payment, April 3rd, 2019.
I'll make a motion to approve the claims for payment as presented, dated April 3rd, 2019.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is utility permits.
New utility permits?
Now secondary roads.
Yep. I handed you both a map, and obviously we've been hauling rock. Myself and Dave McDaniel have a meeting with FEMA tomorrow, so we should know more after that about what's going on. I mean, no matter what, we have to do the work. So our conversations with them will be mostly if we can get any financial help. But I showed you guys, we got 2.5 years worth of rock that needs to be put down, and yeah, it's going to be hard. So things will probably be done a little differently this year, but we'll do everything we can.
Yep, sounds good. Well, it doesn't sound good, but you're doing as good as you can.
Yeah, there you go.
With what we're given.
Next is the approval of the secondary roads 5-year construction program.
Sure. So every year we got to do this and put it through the DOT, and somebody there will look over it. So most things kind of are keeping on. I added one bridge up the list pretty far on M Avenue, just off of 65, where Jane Horney would live, between 220 and 230. That'll be a $500,000 bridge. It's over the South Fork, but it needs done. The Alden Bridge, I still have it for this fiscal year, but from what I've seen from the designers, I won't be surprised if it's getting pushed back to 2021. So they're still trying to get through the historical society on all that stuff, so it's being slowed down significantly.
Okay.
The bridge on S62 just north of Gifford, that's still on track. I just got an email on that this morning, so it'll be getting about 5 foot wider, so that anyone that's driven that bridge will appreciate an extra 5 foot. Most things kept on track with last year. You know, we'll try to do a few bridges a year and pave. Our biggest paving job coming up is in 2021 between Hubbard and New Providence on D55, and then it will also curve around and take the shortcut to Hubbard up. So that'll be one of the bigger paving jobs we'll ever do. And then I'm also in talks with Franklin County right now about our county line road, trying to figure out a year that we're both okay with paying for half of that. So that's kind of where that's at. If anybody has more specific questions, I can have at it. I didn't have time to make a map. I told you guys we're a little busy with other stuff, but
Yep.
I can always point it in the right direction if somebody has a question.
And this will be posted on the website and copies at your office available as well, correct? All right.
Yep, no questions.
I'll make a motion to approve the secondary roads 5-year construction program as Engineer Rawl is presented to the board.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is approval of secondary roads Iowa DOT budget 2019-20.
Yep. So this is pretty much the exact same budget you guys already approved. They just wanted to know, there's a column there for your, in 2A, your local option sales tax. So I talked with Jessica about what that number was. They just want to know that that money is available for secondary roads things. And I've tried to let anyone know that asks about the local option, just because we have it for this fiscal year. We're still starting at $0 on July 1st, so we won't have anything significant until next spring, like a year from now. So that's just something, if you two ever get questions, just remind people of that.
Okay.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the secondary roads Iowa Department of Transportation budget for 2019-2020 as presented by Engineer Rawl.
I will second. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call.
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Taylor.
Yep.
Next is roadside vegetation survey and inventory.
So this is what has been done so far for the vegetation survey and inventory. And Micah, between Micah, myself, and Leland, we've been working on this. Micah did the mapping.
See if this works. Yeah. So we took the data that he's been using, and he's been sending it to us, and I've just kind of uploaded it to ArcGIS Online so that Megan can see it, and she can click on any of the points and see all the information about. There's a few, the ones that are different colors, the green dots, there's some photos attached to it so that she can see. Yeah, go ahead. So she thought this was something you guys might like to know is out there right now. It's not like publicly available because this information doesn't really mean anything. You have, can you see the scroll down? Like there's a bar. Anyway, this information doesn't really mean anything. If you click the more info, I think there's a photo there. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything to anybody yet except for Megan. So this isn't something that we're putting out there publicly. This is just a way for her department to see the status of where things are gone. Once he's completely done and collected all the points, I anticipate us making maybe a little bit more of a finished map that might make a little more sense to people. Looking at the table of data associated with each of those points, I was hard pressed to figure out what he's doing. Not my area, so I would have to work with Megan to see what we put out there, how we want to present it, what information, because even though I'm a big believer in putting all the information out there, I think it's better, it's not a great idea to put confusing information out there because that just leads to a lot of questions.
The only other person who would need this would be Taylor, because there's areas that he's mapped where there's erosion problems. So he would be like the only other.
So I'd have to work with him or you on how to highlight where those erosion problems, where we find that information in the table. But anyway, it's just a little project we've been kind of working on as it goes along.
And the rest of that will be finished before July 1st.
Perfect.
Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Well, thank you. Next is the auditor's monthly report.
I'll make a motion to approve the auditor's report as presented, totaling $910.00.
I will second. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next, we have is an appointment to the Board of Health.
I will make the motion to appoint Dr. O'Laughlin to the Hardin County Board of Health as the medical director.
I will second that. I don't have that.
I don't have the term length, Nancy. Renee didn't provide what the term was.
Is it the same?
Yes,
Board of Health terms are 3 years.
3 years.
This is the same then?
Yes. Thank you.
Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Public comments.
I
Very-
just wanted to take the opportunity to share something. One of the things that we know at Hanson Family Hospital is that quick and easy access to your providers is very important to your family. So we are pleased to announce that we have launched online self-scheduling through our Healthy Life patient portal. So anybody that's interested in learning more or getting signed up today, I'd be happy to answer or address any questions afterwards. But you're able to schedule upcoming appointments with your providers without even having to call.
Okay. And that works for the ancillary clinics as well?
It works for the Ackley Medical Center, NESCO, Family Medicine,
Okay.
Iowa Falls Clinic, and Ellsworth Family Medicine.
Perfect.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Any other business? Hearing none,
I'll make a motion to adjourn, Lance.
I will second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. We're adjourned.